So this video shows some of the computer hacking that we've got going on. All this stuff has been concurrent and directly tied to documentation efforts regarding my injury and cover-up involving St. Vincent's East Hospital, Ascension Health, located in Birmingham, Alabama. Phones have been hacked. When I noticed we had some intruders, prowlers, etc., cell phone started popping up with this message on startup. System UI isn't responding. Do you want to close it? This phone I don't even use, but yeah, it pretty much has served as an indicator that we've got some intrusions going on. Just keep the battery out of this thing most of the time. And when this message began appearing, also when I would dial out using this phone, local numbers I would have to start dialing with the area code. So there's something to watch out for. I live with family. Family has a computer that they share. This computer, the first week of March, this thing was zapped. I went through it. The BIOS was able to boot into at least for a couple of reboot cycles. When I got into the BIOS, on the screen you'd see on the GUI you'd just see a square. It would be like a shaded square, devoid of any text or any options or any type of interactivity. Rebooted it within a couple of minutes, several times, and then by the end of it you couldn't even get into that. Computer was running an older version of Windows. May have just loaded an incorrect BIOS via some hack or something like that. Yeah, I set up some bait systems to see if could get any type of results. They're able to hack into Ubuntu Linux. That might impress some people. How they're doing it, though, probably more impressive. They appear to be using some type of brute force RF beaming techniques, a microwave laser, maybe a radar system, some kind of military system, something like that. It's this is like not the normal method. What they're able to do is, I'll set up a system, and then very slowly it will degrade. Things that they're doing is they'll go in. It's very strange. They don't bring down like the whole system. They'll go in and they'll just like punch tiny holes in it. They disable file associations. So you double click on a image file and it doesn't open the image program. Stuff like that. They'll lock files, change permissions, authorizations, and things like that. All the files that are being tampered with are record files that are medical records tied to this injury and the documentation efforts, video production files, and things like that. They'll go into like the thumbnails and cripple files, damage files, so that they don't show the thumbnail when Nautilus File Manager, things like that. I use OpenShot to make videos in Linux. They went into OpenShot and they altered the tracks. The tracks were hacked, so instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks, it will display like track 4 million or 5 million. The file associations for the OpenShot projects were messed with. You open up a project, and they can't find any of the files to make the video project. Yeah, so basically the computers are being crippled, so they're just unusable or very difficult to use. None of this stuff affects what I do at all. It's just going to serve as a documentation on the people that are doing these things. So I mean, if you're employing these people, please get these people out of my neighborhood. They've got a house or something about a half a mile away from here. They got 2 shifts of people, multiple people, day and night shift. Night shift, they'll come out around the house. They've been here for at least 4 months. So, folks out there, just ask yourself a question. This isn't cheap. They got drones with some kind of RF hacking equipment. They're going in through the chipset, management engine, and the EMTALA systems. AMD systems are better to use. Here's a pro tip. Get something like at least 10, 15 years old. You'll be good to go. So who can afford to hire people like this? And once you answer that question, you'll realize that I'm not crazy, and my efforts they're well founded.